Welcome to one of the most prestigious neighborhoods in all of Colorado, Castle Pines. We just had the pleasure to serve a couple of clients on their fully custom property. For the very first phase of this project, Camilla and I came out here with several sample cans of stain. We sanded down a couple of window frames and both homeowners were here. We spent several hours going over the different options just to ensure that we got the closest possible match to their existing tones. So on this property, we serviced all of the stain substrates from beams and logs, posts to fascia and soffits. We did the stucco, the DTM railings. We did tuck pointing on the stone caps, but I think the biggest aspect of this project was tackling all the mahogany windows and doors. All of this wouldn't have been possible if it wasn't for our Castle Rock account manager, Anthony Garcia. He introduced himself to the clients, came out and provided an in-depth assessment of the property. He sold the project and managed everything throughout.
So for the first portion of the project, we worked on the stain. On these beautiful beam structures, we used a Mesmer's Natural, really to highlight the natural grain of the wood. We also used Mesmer's on all of their fascia and soffits. On some of the areas that were severely deteriorated, we used a semi-trans stain to really help give it that pigmentation. For the majority of the windows and doors, we simply just put a Spar Urethane clear coat over top of it. But for most of the south-facing windows and doors, we had to fully sand them down to bare wood and then come over it with a gel stain and then top that off with a clear coat as well. These custom railings were showing signs of oxidization. They were starting to rust and peel. So we had to come back, give it a light feather sand and use a Pro-Acryl rust inhibiting primer. After that, we used a product called DTM, direct to metal. It's really meant to go straight onto the metal substrate and really help with those temperature changes that metal substrates go through. On their custom stone columns, the grout along their flagstone pieces were starting to fail. The stones were getting loose, and so we provided a tuck pointing service to really help lock those stones back in place.
And Anthony was terrific. He was a very respectful, nice guy, knowledgeable, dealt with all of our issues and all of our concerns. And the crew was very nice, friendly, nice, hardworking people.
On the stucco, it was showing early signs of deterioration. It had a fair amount of hairline cracking going on. We used a product called Loxon XP to really bridge those cracks. The homeowners were fairly particular about the color of their stucco, so through trial and error, we were able to finally get that perfect color match.
So no matter your project, Line Painting of Castle Rock is going to utilize all assets, from account managers like Anthony to provide in-depth assessments and project management, to owners like Camilla with very thorough color consultations, or even myself coming in and checking in on the job from start to finish. We're going to do everything possible to ensure that the homeowner's vision is realized.
The job didn't take more than a couple of weeks, and the price was moderate. Everyone who's interested, like we were, with sprucing up your woodwork on the outside should give lime a try. Get limed.